Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legion Reacts episode number 44. Now, what we're doing this evening is we're going to be reacting to 10 strict rules Scarlett Johannson has to follow to play Black Widow. That is right. We are reacting to Scarlett Johannson, who is my favorite actress in Hollywood ever, and Black Widow, who is one of my favorite Avengers ever. Opposite only Steve Rogers, played by Chris Evans, who is her real life friend. So, I mean, their back and forth is phenomenal. It's like, who doesn't love it? There's a reason that in all honesty, if you want my opinion, I feel that Steve Rogers and Natasha Romanoff should have ended up together at the end of Endgame. I'm not saying it's not possible in the future, because Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and they got time travel figured out, but I don't think, what, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna watch the video. This is fun. It's funny. Love Scarlett Johannson. She is phenomenal. Love all the other original Avengers. So let's do it. Here we go.
See what I have to deal with here?
Welcome back, Screen Ranters. With the trailer dropping for Black Widow, we wanted to take a gander at the actor herself, Scarlett Johannson. In particular, the rules she has.
Oh, shout out to Screen Rant too. So them try to claim my video. Shout out to Screen Rant. This is their video. I'm just reacting to it. So Screen Rant video. Screen Rant video.
Has to follow in order to portray the Russian Avenger on the big screen.
Come on, man.
Disney and Marvel rules includes how she got into tip-top condition. Another includes how demanding globetrotting with the MCU can be. So get out your Widow Bite bracelets and relax as we take you on a Nat venture, huh? There's going to be a lot of terrible pun titles just like that, so sorry in advance. Anywho, on to the show. Hawkeye and Black Widow can't get the privilege of firing repulsor beams or tossing a shield at their foes. Nope. Instead, they're just humans. But in order to keep up with their powered chums, they need to bring something to the table. Hawkeye has arrows covered, while Black Widow brings outstanding hand-to-hand combat. During an interview with Shape, Johansson's MCU stunt double, Heidi Moneymaker, yeah, that's her real surname, spoke about her time with the actor. During film breaks, the two would do extra combat fighting on set. On top of this, Johansson studied some Brazilian jiu-jitsu techniques.
Good Lord!
She signed up with Higan Machado, an instructor that has worked with many celebrities. Some actors may just learn the choreography of a battle, or they may tag in their stunt double to do the punchy scenes. Yet, it can make the scenes appear less natural. Johansson wanted to do the scenes well, and it turned out pretty great. You may not know this, but the MCU is a pretty big deal. So much so that the franchise has a global fan base. With that, the actors are expected to travel around the world. A lot of the traveling is undertaken for premieres. But beyond the PR appearances, the actors will also have to travel around when filming their moving pictures. For a long time, not much was known about the new Black Widow film, until photos and videos appeared online of Johansson in Norway. Social media was ablaze with speculation. Yeah. Is the film set in Norway?
Advertisement
using it as a landscape for somewhere else? No idea. But Norway is quite the distance from the US. We did a Google search. Apparently, it's an 11-hour flight from Los Angeles to Oslo with no changes. Hefty. But it does go with the territory of being a Marvel superstar. MCU actors aren't just actors for the Marvel machine, they also have to be savvy in public relations. Whenever they appear on the MCU's behalf, they need to be on their best behavior. Sometimes the actors will go above and beyond.
Nice to meet you, I'm Spider-Man.
Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland have been shown popping into hospitals to see kids. Johansson has thrown herself into charity work. She's been involved with 30 charities so far. That's massive. On top of that, she's been involved with 23 causes, which includes human rights, poverty, animal rights, and many more. Johannson has used her global platform to a great success.
Oh, by the way, if you want to actually make a difference in the world, that's the way to do it. I'm just saying, for the record, I wanted to make a difference in the world, so I became U.S. Army Military Police, and I've been a civil servant for the last, for over a decade now. I'm just saying, phenomenal. I put my hands together for that. I've been around the world just, I mean, seriously, going. If you're a person though that sits behind a keyboard and you're like going, oh, we need changes to the world, like on these people, and like, dude, you're not doing crap. You're not doing crap. Sorry. I'm gonna catch flack for that one too. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Be the change you want to see in the world. That's the point.
Which Disney are delighted about.
Nutrition.
Exercise and leg scissor takedowns are
Yeah,
one
you
part of
did.
getting into superhero shape. The other part is nutrition, something of which Johannson didn't forget. On top of her hellacious training, she changed her diet too. Her personal trainer, Eric Johnson, did some interviews on Johansson's dietary process. On one day, Johannson would have a high amount of carbohydrates and low amounts of fat. The next, low carbs and high fat. She would cycle between the two every day. On top of that, she would go through periods of fasting. She wouldn't eat for 12 hours every day. Sometimes it would go up to 15 hours, depending on Johansson's film schedule. Her
God
former
bless
trainer,
her.
Bobby Storm, said that Johannson was mostly vegan when they were working together. We're not sure what mostly vegan means exactly. However, it seems later on, Johannson stopped dabbling in the vegan lifestyle. In interviews, she describes that she ate like a rabbit, which included foods like kale, salmon, and chicken. Once the filming of the first Avengers film was done, Johannson did some indulging, so much so that she developed an addiction to buffalo chicken
That
wings.
was a great video. I love it.
In 2017,
By the way, like going for muscles, you need protein. Protein. Now there are plant-based diets where you can get protein. I'm not knocking that. Like going, but if you're going to be super fit, which I actually did, maybe not super fit. I was probably like moderately fit when I was a part of when I did my internship at WWE NXT. Like going, you gotta like have that energy. You have to have those. There are good fats. Like not all fat is good, but there are good fats you need in your body. Like going, you need protein in your body. There are carbohydrates you need in your body. Because carbs break down slower, giving you longer energy. So, anyway.
Chris Hemsworth took to the stage at the Supernova Comic-Con in Australia. He then divulged some interesting info. Apparently, it's illegal for an MCU actor to also work in the DCEU. By illegal, we assume he means that there will be heavy financial penalties for working with the comic book enemy. Or maybe he was being serious, and we could see Marvel actors in prison for popping up
No,
in
it's
the
not
comic.
illegal.
So, Scarlett Johannson has been unable to jump over to DC. Yet.
Why would
you don't
she?
want any Avengers Endgame spoilers? Well, tough. It's been out for ages. In that film, Black Widow and Hawkeye fight to see who can throw themselves off the cliff first. Black Widow wins, which means her life is exchanged for the Soul Stone. With the Black Widow solo adventure being set shortly after Captain America Civil War, there is no future for Natasha in the MCU.
How do you
Unless
know?
Something happens in the film that brings her back, of course.
Thank
But
you.
currently, Scarlett Johannson will be leaving, along with Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. After
Yeah,
that,
we'll see.
she might be able to pop into the DCEU. We could see Johannson as
No.
Zatanna or
No.
even as Poison Ivy in the future.
No.
Only time will tell, but for now, she's only able to bat for Team Marvel. Quick tangent, we know that YouTube can be tricky, so here's our handy guide to subscribing to us. Firstly, click subscribe and the little bell to get notified when we release new vids. If you're on mobile, make sure notifications are turned on in the settings. Now, back to the entertainment. As we may have mentioned earlier, there are some actors who aren't too great when it comes to spoilers. And what we mean by that is, well, they tend to drop story bombshells in interviews.
Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody.
While Ruffalo and Holland are usually thought of as spoiler machines, Johannson might also be on that list. The Avengers Endgame cast
No,
was
she's
interviewed by
not.
Jimmy Kimmel about the new film. During the chatting, Kimmel mentions that it feels like the last time they'll all be there. Johannson chimes in by saying,
Now!
The Smart Ride from Nationwide. You can get a discount for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs.
Dude,
Carmichael,
suck your
safest
ass.
driver in Paytonville. Nickname's Featherfoot because she never jams the.
Dude, suck your. your ass, YouTube. Like, seriously, like, suck your ass. This is what you get. I should probably pay for, like, going no commercials.
By saying,
Don't lie to him. We're not gonna ever.
You're never coming back.
it was played as a joke, but after Endgame came out, it turns out she was preaching some truth there. But Johansson's spoiling wasn't done there. During a premiere for Endgame, Johansson was wearing a very familiar-looking piece of jewelry.
Yeah,
it
the
references
Infinity
the Infinity
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet. But if you look at Johansson's jewelry closely, you may notice that the colors are positioned differently than how Thanos has his bling. The stone in the middle of the hand is usually the yellow Mind Stone. Johansson's version has the orange Soul Stone as the more prominent stone, hinting to the demise of her character due to this gem. Well played, Johansson.
Yeah, but nobody would get that at the time. Like,
To go
going,
along
really?
with dieting and combat training, ScarJo also had to do some exercise too. After all, she had to get in spy/superhero shape, but it wasn't just any kind of exercising. As Johansson puts it herself, she had to work out like a dude. She would rather lift weights in the gym than do any cardio work. She would get out of bed at 5 in the morning every day. She would do this for 2 reasons. 1, to get the most out of her workouts, and 2, to complete her routine before her daughter woke up. Her trainer, Eric Johnson, has said that Johansson does this all the time. Johnson said that Johansson wants to be 3 weeks away from her peak condition all year round. That's a lot of pressure to put on herself. However, Johansson actually loves it. She stated, "I'm stronger and more capable now than I was 10 years ago." She said that the exercise part of Marvel is what she's most grateful for. Regardless of what Johansson does next, it looks like she's picked up a habit for life due to the MCU.
I agree.
Marvel makes an absolute fortune.
I agree. I really agree. Like, going, I have worked out for years. I had a lull, like, going, probably, like, I had probably a 3-year lull after I broke my hand. And, but no, I would agree. I'm more physically fit. I'm in better shape. I'm stronger than when I was, 10 years ago. That's no joke. That's no joke. Like, I think the human body actually adapts differently as you get older. And, like, going, the more intensely you train, the stronger you are. Like, going, young people can be actually crazy, crazy strong and, like, going intense. But, like, going, as being older, like, going, I don't know. I'm stronger now than I was then. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, going, I'm stronger now than I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Like, seriously, that's no joke. It's no joke.
From their box office hits. Each film makes at least hundreds of millions of dollars back from the cinema alone. But even with Kevin Feige diving into a pool of box office coins, there's a much larger pool of gold coins at Marvel. We're of course talking about the merchandise moolah. As a Marvel actor, part of the deal is signing up your likeness to be used any way Disney likes. You can expect your mug to be on t-shirts, toys, posters, and
I have
mugs.
the action figures.
You may
Trust
also
me.
be required to promote the products internationally. If a new Black Widow toy is being promoted for the film, Johansson could be in store to release her doppelganger doll. On top of this, the actors won't get a slice of the merchandise profits. They would get paid a lump sum for being in the film and having their likeness used instead. So those billions and billions of dollars stay with the House of Mouse. If you're lucky enough to sign the dotted line as a new Marvel actor, then expect to have a stunt double. Mostly the doubles are used to take part in the more dangerous stunts. The standard fight scenes would usually be done by the actors themselves.
I really don't want to hurt you.
I wouldn't stress about it.
However, the more complicated scenes may require tagging in the double. From Iron Man 2 to today, Johansson has had the same stunt double in the MCU. Her name is Heidi Moneymaker. She first got her taste in the superhero genre from Spider-Man 3. Somehow this didn't put her off the genre. Even if the actors desperately want to take part in a stunt, they are not allowed. At all costs. Disney will protect the actors from any harm. Otherwise, the filming will have to stop if they are injured. It's best to leave it to the professionals.
Well, yeah, duh.
A Marvel actor rarely signs on for just one film. Well, at least if they're playing a hero, anyway. All the MCU big-timers will sign a multi-picture deal. Originally, Anthony Mackie, who plays Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, signed up for an apparent 10-picture deal. However, Johansson's contract...
Hold on. Anthony Mackie is not the new Captain America. Like, going... he is Captain America in spirit. That's the best way to put it. No, that's the best way to put it. Without seeing Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the new show coming out, Steve gave Sam Wilson, which I love the character, who gave Sam his shield. However, though, in the concept art. In the concept art, Sam is not Captain America. He is the Falcon with Captain America's shield, so he embodies the spirit of Captain America. He's not Captain America. That's why the show is called Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon
isn't as well known. She has stated herself that her contract has kind of mutated over the years.
Yeah.
It's widely speculated that her contract is up after the Black Widow solo
Wrong.
film. So
Wrong.
It could be her last appearance in the Black Cat suit.
Wrong.
However, she has been in a huge number of Marvel films. Altogether, she will be in 8 Marvel movies. With all the actors being locked into long contracts, they've spent a lot of time together. In order to celebrate this, 5 out of the 6 original Avengers got a tattoo. Mark Ruffalo decided that he didn't want to get one. While Johansson's film schedule will be roomier once she departs, it's been a great ride seeing her in the MCU.
guys are full of crap.
And that's a wrap. We should take some inspiration from...
That's a wrap. We should take some inspiration from speculating. Like going, no, they had good facts. They had good facts. I appreciate that. They had good facts. Yes. Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson's contract, it has mutated over the years numerous times. She is not done. If you think that Nat is done in the MCU, you're high on the crack pipe. You really are. She's not going to come back probably anytime soon after Black Widow. However, I really honestly believe there will be a glimpse of her in Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, it's not going to be a super glimpse. I think it's going to be a cameo, so to speak. Much like Chris Evans had a cameo in Thor: The Dark World, like when Loki was playing Captain America. It'll be like that. It'll be like maybe 5 minutes worth, 10 minutes worth. However, they're not done. They're not done. There's no way. The Marvel Cinematic Universe can't survive without its original team. It can't. The Infinity Saga was so good, and it made such an exclamation point, and it had so many people, their hearts were almost breaking. I've seen Endgame 6 times. 6 times in theater. People cried in theater all 6 times. I saw Infinity War 6 times in theater. Same thing. People cried. The MCU, has built something that can probably never be replicated in the Infinity Saga. I don't think it can. I really don't. I mean, I'm very skeptical. And don't get me wrong, Black Widow, even then they're like, Black Widow is more a part of the Infinity Saga than Spider-Man Far From Home ever is. Black Widow is definitely a part of the Infinity Saga, and I will place it, in between. Well, I mean, it depends on the future of Marvel, which I do want to see. I want more. I really do want more. But don't get rid of the original Avengers. If you have original Avengers that are willing to come back, don't do it. Chris Hemsworth as Thor. If you nerf him and get rid of him after Thor 4 and Love and Thunder, and you go for the Natalie Portman, going to water down, look, it's in the comics, I get it, and I'm not stupid. If you don't work towards Thor becoming the God King Thor in the comics, you are doing a huge disservice to the fans. Huge. Jane Foster becoming becoming the mighty Thor is something that's in the comics, like on because her cancer is killing her, she becomes a different person. She becomes more worthy. We'll say that, like on, we'll say worthy, and that makes sense. Like on, but every time she uses that, like on, it kills her more. That's a beautiful story. It's a tragic story, but it's a beautiful, heart-filled story that I want to see. But also at the same time, though, Thor becomes it's God King Rune Thor. It's been a long time. Basically, Thor goes from here to like here. That's still not powerful enough to defeat Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, but like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I want more. There are bigger villains than the Infinity Saga is probably one of the best storylines you'll ever find. There's definitely more on the horizon, and I could see them trying to bring back the original Avengers to help defeat the next big bad guy, and then be like, oh well, we have to go back to our time, like on, thank you for helping us, but we were so glad, we were so glad to help you, but we have to go back to our time. We're needed there, because if we're not in our time, then your time doesn't exist, or something like that. Crap. I said crap. It's not crap. Holy cow, 21 minutes. All right. We're going to end this. It was a great video. I enjoyed that. I love talking about the MCU. I love talking about speculation and new storylines. So give me your thoughts in the comments below. Like, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. If there's anything you want to talk about, anything you want to see, let me know. We'll talk to you guys later. Be safe. You guys are the best, all right? You make this channel what it is. I appreciate y'all. We'll talk to you later. See ya.